Hello and welcome to this special broadcast from the Tribune Network. I am Rohit Bhan. We're coming to you live from the newsroom of the Tribune here in Chandigarh. Curtains have come down on the campaign to 10 Lok Sabha seats in Haryana. That's an all-important poll. BJP and the Congress fighting it out, slugging it out for supremacy in these 10 seats, which are going to poll on 25th. That's the day after tomorrow. The campaigning has ended just a while back. I'm joined by my senior colleague, the Haryana Bureau Chief, Gitanjali. Gitanjali, first, these elections, when the campaigning was happening, what panned out during these elections? The issues, who all came, and what the issues that were played out?
So basically, campaigning ended today, and polling is day after.
Right.
So on the last day, we had Priyanka Gandhi coming to Sirsa and Panipat, and the PM coming to Mahendragarh. So and during the elections, we've had lots of big wigs coming. After the fifth phase ended, for the sixth phase, they were concentrating entirely on Haryana.
Right.
So lots of top BJP leaders. Rahul Gandhi came yesterday. So basically, so this is a fight between direct fight at most seats. It is between the Congress and the BJP.
Why has it become a prestige battle? I mean, in 19, if you compare it to 2019, these polls, why have these become an important poll? Because one, these elections are being held when few months later you will have a state assembly poll also happening here. So how crucial are these polls? Because they are being played out with the state assembly elections as well.
So essentially, these are crucial only because the assembly elections come right after, and the BJP is facing stiff anti-incumbency because they've been in power for 10 years and 9.5 years so far, and the Congress is emerging stronger in most constituencies.
Right.
So Congress is building itself up.
Right.
And that is why it has essentially become a Huda versus Modi affair here in Haryana.
Right.
Because obviously there are no leaders we have here other than Huda, and he's kind of posed to take over in the next assembly election also.
But the
But
the BJP and the experts would argue that the voting pattern in Lok Sabha is entirely different from what happens in the state assembly polls. But here, the two elections are happening almost within few months. So perhaps that is why it has an influence even on the state assembly polls.
Absolutely, and we've seen in the past elections also, in most elections, the Lok Sabha elections are a precursor to what happens in the assembly elections. So that is why these become important.
And also importantly, Gitanjali, there has been a lot of political drama in the last few months, particularly with those independent resigning and then saying that we will support the Congress, then asking for a no confidence motion. So a lot of things have happened. How does it play out during the Lok Sabha polls? The crisis which has happened, sort of a mini crisis. The BJP rules out there is a crisis, but the Congress claims that they have lost majority in the House. Now, how does that play out in these in the campaign and the polls, and when we're going to the polls on 25th?
So, after Mr. Naib Saini took over as chief minister, essentially BJP has been going from one crisis to another. After he won the trust vote, soon after, some JJP MLAs revolted and they kind of helped the BJP, but they were not allowed to vote by the JJP after the alliance broke, essentially between the BJP and the JJP. So some JJP MLAs wanted to kind of support the BJP, and JJP issued a whip and they were not allowed to vote and all that. Now, recently, 3 independent MLAs who had extended support to the Naib Saini government during the trust vote have said that they want to support the Congress. So they've sent a letter to the governor to this effect, after which the Congress has been claiming that the BJP government is in minority now. So, so basically, it's a crisis. After the elections. After the elections, we will see where the numbers stand. Actually, BJP with 40 MLAs still has the support of some rebel JJP MLAs. And Congress has the 3 independent MLAs. So they are kind of looking at the numbers after. They want to look at the numbers after the
the statement of these 3 rebel MLAs, they're making a statement that they want to support the Congress. How does it help the Congress insofar as the Lok Sabha polls are concerned? I mean, what kind of influence do they wield in their constituencies or in the Lok Sabha constituency that it could impact the outcome of the Lok Sabha poll?
No, it's not about essentially how how much influence these MLAs have.
Right.
Obviously, they have influence in their own constituencies. What is more important is that sitting MLAs are supporting the
Right,
Congress.
right, right.
So that message going out to the public at this time is very crucial.
Right. And is the BJP conscious of the fact that there are many MLAs who want to cross over? I mean, the independents don't want to really be with them. Are they conscious of this, and how do they want to counter that?
BJP is conscious of this, but on the other hand, they counter it by saying that lots of Congress MLAs want to cross over to us.
Okay.
So they are not bothered. In that sense, they are trying to project that they are not bothered.
Okay, now coming to the Congress, I mean, they've been out of power for 2 terms now. They believe that that's the best bet to make an impact in the Lok Sabha polls. Subsequently, the state assembly elections come. What has been the strategy for these Lok Sabha polls? I mean, are they elevating it to a level where it's going to be Huda versus Modi, because they know then that the comparison will give them a disadvantage?
Yeah.
So how are they, going into the campaign mode?
So after Naib Saini took over as chief minister, essentially BJP doesn't have too many
Right.
faces to showcase in the assembly elections.
Right.
Naib Saini is too new, though he's an OBC candidate, and BJP is counting on its non-Jat vote bank. But Huda essentially is a tall Jat leader, and they want to encash on the Jat votes.
Right.
So basically, this will turn out to be a Jat non-Jat issue, and that's how they want to kind of enter into the assembly elections after this poll.
But here
The stakes here are not as high. The stakes are high in the Lok Sabha poll only because the assembly elections come right.
So the party seems to be focusing and rallying more around the Jat vote.
Yes.
Because
Congress.
the Congress.
Yeah.
Okay. Now coming down to Aam Aadmi Party, it's contesting on one seat, Kurukshetra. And now, does it become important, or it's an irrelevant fight? Do you think there is going to be a contest
No,
there in Kurukshetra?
initially there was a direct fight between the BJP and the AAP candidate, Sushil Gupta.
Right.
BJP, we have Naveen Jindal contesting
Right,
from
right.
Kurukshetra. But we also have INLD's Abhay Chautala contesting from
Okay.
this place.
Right.
So now Abhay Chautala's entry will essentially cut votes of the AAP candidate.
Okay.
So it remains to be seen how much BJP can kind of consolidate its position in Kurukshetra.
But it's not going to be a no contest kind of a consensus.
No, not at all. Because though AAP is contesting this seat,
Right.
Congress is wholly behind the AAP
So it's
candidate.
basically India Alliance versus the BJP.
Yes,
So will that give sort of an advantage to Alliance?
That does give an advantage. That is why Sushil Gupta is doing so well.
Okay.
But it still remains to be seen how many votes Abhay Chautala will cut.
Okay.
And that will decide the winner essentially in that seat.
Okay. And also, now talking about crucial constituencies in state, out of 10, there must be some important crucial constituencies. Which are they and why are they important?
So we have Karnal as the important constituency where ex-Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar is contesting. And Karnal is also important because Naib Saini is contesting that
Right.
for the to go back to the assembly.
Right.
Yes. So Karnal is very crucial. Then we have Sirsa, which is crucial because Shelja is Congress candidate Shelja is contesting from there, and all the entire SRK gang. Basically,
That explain SRK. Gang.
So Randeep Surjewala, Shelja, and Kiran Chaudhary, they formed a group which is anti-Huda.
Right.
So they were kind of going their separate ways before election campaign started.
Right.
So all those leaders are campaigning for Shelja. Plus, after Birinder Singh has joined Congress, he switched over from the BJP.
Right.
So he is also campaigning for Shelja. So for the SRK group, Shelja's win is very important.
Okay.
So that is a crucial seat.
So the biggest factor for more than Lok Sabha, in fact, would be state assembly election, would be whether the Congress has been able to, club all their lobbies together. I mean, the dissension, that has been an important element. Have they been able to pour out the differences insofar as Lok Sabha elections are concerned?
In some
are they or
seats-
one group where they're fighting these elections?
In some seats, they are one. And actually, the BJP was always worried that the Congress shouldn't come together. If as long as it's divided into factions, they stand a better chance
Right,
of winning.
right.
But like in the Ambala constituency, they've all come together.
Right.
So they're supporting the party candidate Varun Chaudhary.
Okay.
Similarly, for Shelja, though Huda hasn't gone and campaigned for her, we don't see any kind of sabotage in any election or for Dipinder happening or for anybody else happening.
Right.
So they are only concentrating on the seats.
Okay.
So that is also a good sign for the
Right.
Congress.
And also, one last question, Gitanjali, the heat factor. I mean, this is a factor which has been played out across the country. Many believe that the kind of low voter turnout is on account of intensity. We're expecting Haryana to have heat wave condition in the next few days. Are the political parties worried about the heat wave? Will it impact the voting turnout? Are they worried? And what are they doing about it?
So yes, all that is a major cause of worry because in the past elections we used to have elections in Haryana in the first phase itself.
Right.
This time, for the first time, they are happening towards the end of the election season. So that is a cause of worry, and that is why all parties changed the strategy from holding large rallies to holding smaller meetings everywhere, so that people don't have to withstand the heat for too long.
Right.
Now, for the polling, that is also going to be a worry because people have to keep standing in the in long queues.
Right.
And how many will actually show up for voting remains to be seen.
Right.
Though they are trying to mobilize their cadres to encourage people to come out and vote. Only polling day will tell us how much percentage we have.
And have these parties done any kind of an internal exercise to understand what kind of impact a low voter turnout will have on these on the eventual results?
No.
So as to counter, not
no,
not really.
Not really.
They're
Not that
basically
we know
hoping
of,
that people
yes.
will come out.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gitanjali. Thank you for those insights. So that was Gitanjali with all the insights on the Haryana polls. As you mentioned, curtains have come down on the campaign. It was the last day today. The campaigning has ended for those 10 Lok Sabha constituencies. It's an important election, as we've been saying, not just for the Congress, for the BJP, the resurgence of the Congress in the state. The BJP, given the fact that Mr. Modi has given the 400 plus caste statement, so he has to garner as many seats as possible. So that's why he wants to have a clean state, like in 2019. It was they won all the seats. So that's what they are banking on, and that's why this intense campaigning which happened. We'll provide you all the details. Our reporters have been traveling across the state. We'll be giving you live inputs on the day of the polling and also on the day of the counting. You can log on to our website, tribuneIndia.com, and also follow us on our other social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.